Hey everyone! Let's talk about staying warm when the main furnace just isn't cutting it. Imagine this. You're in your garage in the dead of winter, trying to finish a project, but you can see your breath and your fingers are going numb. This is where portable heaters become heroes. But the two biggest players in this game, propane and kerosene, are often misunderstood. People swearing that one is obviously better than the other. But the truth is, they're different tools for different jobs. So today, I'll break down the real-world differences between propane and kerosene heaters so you can figure out exactly which one makes sense for you, your space, and your peace of mind. Heat output and efficiency. This is the one area where kerosene heaters have a clear, undeniable advantage. Let me explain. A single gallon of K1 kerosene contains a massive amount of potential energy, around 135,000 BTUs. Compare that to a gallon of propane, which holds about 91,600 BTUs. That's a significant difference. If you're trying to heat a large, drafty space like a two-car garage, a barn, or an uninsulated workshop, the sheer thermal muscle of a kerosene heater is going to be your best friend. It throws an incredible amount of heat, and it does it fast, turning a frigid zone into a workable space much more quickly than most comparably sized propane heaters. But this isn't the whole story. While propane has fewer BTUs per gallon, propane heaters are incredibly efficient at converting that fuel into usable heat with a very little waste. They burn extremely clean. So for smaller, more contained spaces like a single room in your house during a power outage, a hunting cabin, or an insulated shed, a propane heater is often more than enough. You might not need the roaring furnace effect of a high-output kerosene unit. The bottom line here is simple. For pure, unadulterated heating power in big, open areas, kerosene wins. For efficient, sufficient heat in smaller enclosed spaces, propane is an excellent and often smarter choice. Safety and indoor use. Propane heaters are generally considered the safer option for inside your home. Here's why. Propane as a fuel is much cleaner burning than kerosene. It produces far fewer impurities, soot, and carbon monoxide. Because of this, manufacturers have been able to design specific indoor-safe models. These units are almost always equipped with an oxygen depletion sensor, or ODS. This crucial device constantly monitors the oxygen levels in the room. If they dip below a safe threshold, the ODS automatically and immediately shuts the heater off completely. Many also have a tip-over switch that does the same thing if the heater gets knocked over. This combination of features provides a vital safety net that makes them suitable for cautious, supervised indoor use. Kerosene is a different beast. It produces more exhaust fumes and particulate matter. Even with the purest K1 grade kerosene, there will be a distinct odor, especially during startup and shutdown. Because of these higher emissions, almost no kerosene heaters are rated or recommended for use in a sealed indoor living space. They're designed for environments with plenty of ventilation, like a garage with the door cracked, a construction site, or a workshop. Using a kerosene heater in your living room without cracking a window is a terrible idea. So let's be crystal clear. If your primary need is emergency heat inside your home, a properly rated indoor-safe propane heater is the far superior and safer choice. If you're heating a ventilated workspace, kerosene is on the table, but the safety burden is more on you to ensure proper airflow. Cost and fuel availability. When you're at the store, you'll generally find that propane heaters are cheaper to buy up front. The technology is straightforward, and the market is flooded with options, from small portable units that screw onto a 1-pound cylinder to larger cabinet-style heaters that hold a 20-pound tank. You can get a very capable propane heater for a very reasonable price. Kerosene heaters, especially the larger, more robust models, tend to have a higher initial price tag. But the long-term running cost is where things get more interesting. While propane is easy to find, the cost per gallon can be higher than kerosene. And remember, kerosene packs more BTUs per gallon. So you might pay less for a gallon of kerosene and get more heat out of it, making it potentially cheaper to run over the course of a long winter if you're using it frequently. The calculation here is about cost per BTU, not just cost per gallon. Fuel availability is another practical consideration. Propane is everywhere. You can exchange a 20-pound tank, the same kind you use for your gas grill, at almost any supermarket, gas station, or hardware store, 24/7. It's incredibly convenient. Kerosene can be a bit trickier to find. Many gas stations still have a dedicated kerosene pump, but not all of them do. You might have to hunt around for it. And it's crucial that you get K1 grade kerosene. Using a lower grade fuel will cause your heater to smell terrible, produce a lot of soot, and clog the wick. Here's what matters. Propane offers convenience and a lower barrier to entry. Kerosene might offer a lower long-term running cost, but you trade away some of that grab-and-go convenience. Portability and convenience. When you're dealing with a portable heater, how easy it is to move and operate makes a big difference. This is another area where propane shines. Propane heaters are often lighter and less awkward to handle. The fuel is self-contained in a sturdy steel tank that's easy to carry and connect. There's no pouring, no funnels, and no spills. You just screw in the hose, turn the knob, and ignite it. Swapping out an empty tank for a full one is a clean, simple, and quick process. Kerosene heaters are inherently less convenient. The units themselves can be bulky, and once you add a few gallons of fuel, they become quite heavy. Refueling is also a more involved process. You have to pour liquid fuel from a container into the heater's tank, which can be messy and smelly. Spilling kerosene on your hands, your clothes, or the floor is a common complaint, and the smell lingers. For this reason, many people will only refuel their kerosene heater outside. It's just not as user-friendly as a propane setup. For someone who needs to move a heater around frequently or just values a hassle-free experience, the clean and simple nature of propane is a massive selling point. Maintenance. Finally, let's talk about upkeep. You want a heater that works when you need it, without a lot of tinkering. Propane heaters are the clear winners in the maintenance department. They are practically maintenance-free. Because the fuel is pressurized and burns so cleanly, there's no wick to worry about, and no soot to clean. Beyond wiping down the dust and checking the hose for cracks or leaks before the season starts, there's really nothing to do. They are incredibly reliable and require almost no user intervention to keep running perfectly. Kerosene heaters require regular, hands-on maintenance. The heart of a kerosene heater is its wick, which draws the fuel up to be burned. This wick gets caked with carbon and tar over time, which affects performance, creates more soot, and makes the heater smell awful. You have to periodically clean and trim the wick, and eventually you'll have to replace it. This isn't a difficult job, but it's a necessary one that some people just don't want to bother with. If you are not prepared for this routine maintenance, your kerosene heater's performance will degrade quickly. The bottom line is, if you're a set it and forget it type of person, you want a propane heater. If you don't mind a little bit of periodic work in exchange for more heating power, then a kerosene heater is a viable option. So, who wins? The answer is, it depends entirely on you. The propane heater is the master of convenience and indoor safety. It's perfect for the homeowner who needs reliable emergency backup heat, for someone heating a smaller, insulated space, or for anyone that values ease of use and low maintenance above all else. The kerosene heater is a powerhouse. It's the workhorse for anyone trying to heat a large, uninsulated, and well-ventilated area like a garage or barn. It delivers more heat for your buck, but it demands more from you in terms of ventilation safety and regular maintenance. Choose the tool that fits your job.